Oof. Hi. If you haven't been paying attention, or you have, you would see with the help of one of my wonderful besties, Steph Sachi, we've been putting up videos from my live show from August 16th. So let's talk about it. I decided for my 50th birthday, I wanted to have a concert. And not just me performing, but I wanted my friends performing, and I wanted to be all, girl power and feminist blood going out there, empowering, and just have a lot of my female artists participating. And it was a great show, and I was so happy that I finally got it done. So why did I do this? Growing up, I was very, very shy in terms of expressing myself artistically. I got bullied enough that I was scared to put myself out there, but I did know I wanted to be an entertainer. By the time I was like 10 years old, I realized I wanted to be an actress. And then I majored in performing arts drama at a community college. I still didn't sing. I was still scared to sing because I didn't think I could sing. And then one day I was with a few friends on a ski trip, and they had a karaoke party at the lodge, and I sang. It was easy because there were people that were just doing it even if they couldn't sing. And I was just like, well, if they're getting up there, I can get up there. My friends who saw me perform were very supportive. They themselves would have a band, and then they asked me to do backups on one song. That led me to form a band with one of my friends. I will always be thankful for him supporting me in my craft of being a singer, and believing in me and giving me that outlet. That was several years that we were in a band, the JSC. I learned a lot. Time moves on and things happen. That came to an end, and that happens with most bands. It's very common, and it doesn't mean anything. It just means it ran its course, which it did. I decided during lockdown 2020, I was just like, I don't want to not sing. I was last in 2019 in Puerto Rico, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, I have to do things for me. Being in a band was great, but I really didn't feel like I was being myself. I wasn't being fake. I wasn't pretending to be something I wasn't. I just didn't feel like I was expressing a part of myself that I really genuinely felt was the most important part of me, which was my Latin roots. So in 2020, I decided that I wanted to do a solo album in Spanish. So I started working on lyrics, and one of my dear friends, Martin Luque, and I participated in a couple of his projects too. His band with Daniel Cardona was called Sentido. I wrote a song for that album, and I got to sing on it. I did a couple of songs for his project, Analog Chorus, which I'm also very proud of. He also gave me some music for demos for me to write some songs. Out of 5 songs, I think 3 of them were written, the music was written by him, and the lyrics were by me, and the melody was by me. And the other 2 I did on my own, which was scary. Let's talk about the album. The name of my album is Mancha de Platano. What does that mean? The way I was raised, Mancha de Platano means superstition, but it's a mark on your body that reminds you that you are Latina. Especially if you are of mixed race, which I am. My mom's Puerto Rican. There's Afro-Puerto Rican blood, Afro-Caribbean blood. There is European blood. There is Taino blood in there. And I'm very proud of that because I was raised by that side of my family. On my dad's side, German and Irish, hence the McCarty. I was not raised by that side of my family. I didn't reconnect with my dad until I was 28 years old, and I'm very glad I got connected with them, but I was not raised with that side of my family. I was raised by my Puerto Rican side. I dealt growing up with a lot of no's. You're not white. Could have fooled me, bro. According to a lot of white people, I was not white enough. I also got, you're not Latina enough. My Spanish is never gonna be 100%, but it's a lot better than it used to be, okay? But I wasn't Latina enough at the time because I didn't speak Spanish fluently, and I wasn't light, I was too light, which that's a whole other story of bullshit, okay? And then even within the Puerto Rican community, I was not Boricua enough because I was born in New York, and apparently if you're New Yorican, you're not really Puerto Rican. And it's like, yes, I fucking am, okay? Yes, I am. Yes, anyone is. Do not negate someone's culture just because they don't speak Spanish, just because they're not born in that island. We're very proud. I am very proud of my culture because my mother is very proud, and I was raised by a wonderful Puerto Rican woman. My mom would say, whenever I'd say, oh, but people say I'm not Puerto Rican enough, she's like, ¿de qué está hablando? What are they talking? What's this right here? She'd point to this. this little birthmark. And she would say, that's your mancha de plátano. That's your reminder that you are in fact Latina. And you are in fact Boricua. Don't let anyone tell you different, because you know you are. So when I decided to make this album, I decided to name it Mancha de Platano. And then I wrote a song called Mancha de Platano, which I'll get to. The first song that I wrote was Cuando Yo Duermo. It's not autobiographical. I imagine being with someone that I care about and love and having them sleep by your side and how happy that makes you feel. So I wrote a song about that. The next song I wrote was Corazones Ciegas. That one was harder because I know that Corazones Ciegas is not the correct pronunciation, but the reason why is because I'm not talking about an actual heart. Corazón is also a term of endearment given to anyone, but predominantly women. And I was just talking about in this song women who are, or non-binary, but who present as female, who are in relationships, knowing that they're in a toxic relationship where their man or woman or non-binary partner calls them mi corazón, like my love, mi corazón, yes, my heart. So I'm talking about women, so that's why I say ciegas. The other song that I wrote is Mis Derechos, which is basically my fight song. Basically my song saying, I don't care what anyone thinks about me, I have my right to exist and be who I am. The fourth song is Tu Traición. That song, I made up the music myself initially. I can't play an instrument, I just sing and I write poems and the lyrics. I did this and I was like, Jen, my producer, hi Jen, I don't know what I did, this is the basic that I got, we don't have to use this music. She's like, oh my God, this is awesome, we're using a lot of this. So I wrote music. Who knew? I had my friend Houston's MIDI keyboard, and thanks Houston for that, because that saved my ass with that song. And then the last song is Mancha de Platano. I wanted it to have bomba plena roots. I had no idea I was writing a bomba salsa song. It was the hardest song to produce. So much so that we just made the decision that we would release it as a live song. And it is about being Puerto Rican Irish and not knowing where you fit, and having a mother who loves you, who tells you who you are and reminds you who you are, to be proud of who you are. And that's what Mancha de Platano is about. We're keeping it live and putting it on the EP as a live song. And we have been putting up videos from the concert, and I'm very proud of that. Will I be making more music? Yeah. I did a 5 EP album in Spanish. I'm gonna do another 5 EP album in English. But I really hope you guys like my music. I do plan on gigging more. If you missed my concert, August 16th, well, there'll be another chance to see us again. And I hope you guys check it out. It's here on my channel. It's on all streaming. It's everywhere. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. Bye. I have the hiccups. And don't forget to check out my EP, Mancha de Platano. It's going to be on all streaming services, pre-sale October 11th, and the release will be October 31st, Halloween.